Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Monday, the 5th of December. It's about 33 out here, and I mean, the snow has been melting like crazy. Here, the gutter's running. In fact, what's in the trees above me is falling on my head. I forgot to wear my hat out here. I'm getting soaked. But, yeah, look how much of the snow's gone. Isn't that crazy? It happens like super, super fast. So, we didn't have power for about 7 hours last night. Good old Honda generator, she just trucked right along. At one point I looked down and it was below I don't know how to gauge where the gas was on it, but I don't know, it took a little less than a half a gallon to completely top it off. I don't know where it's at now, I didn't pay attention to it. Have it back in the garage, I'm gonna check oil, just give her a look over after sitting there running for over 7 hours. So it was run the whole time it was off. So what the heck was that big bang out there? Sound like one of those, they got these big old tanks out there. They might be out there working on stuff too. I haven't seen anybody, but oh yeah, I see a truck out there. But anyway, yeah, welcome to what's now going to be a very wet day. But yeah, that was cool. We were comfortable. Had lights, had heat, had TV. It was a scaled down version of normal, but it was all okay. Holy moly, that's melting fast. Look at that. You already see the grass poking up out of it. That was cool. Man, it was like a winter wonderland out here last night. That was awesome. I love that when you have that silence. It's just you can almost hear the snow like hissing through the air as it's falling. And I think just the snowflakes themselves have a sound deadening thing to them. Man, I can't believe how fast this is melting. I mean, it's crazy how much it's lost just over like the last half hour or so. Look, it's down to, I don't know, about 1.5 inches. I don't know what it got to. It was nice though. I see some blue skies trying to pop out. Air traffic moving out on the highway out there. Welcome to the day. Check oil and stuff like that. Make sure everything's okay after a 7-hour straight run. And top her off with fuel again. Ready for the next one. I do need to flush out the old stuff out of the Polaris. Make sure that's ready, because if there's any extended time outages, that will probably just run that one. You just run more things, heavier things. If it gets really serious, if you need some heavy stuff done, like you need laundry and whatever else running, hook up the old 240, and that was the one we ran our Silver Lake house on a lot. The only bummer thing is that little tiny tank only lasted about 3.5 hours roughly, depending on the load on it. But it's an industrial one. You can see the exhaust isn't that big, so she was noisy. The bad thing about that noise is it attracted all the neighbors. Do you guys have power? How do you have power? I'm like, lady, you hear that generator running out there. Your husband probably sent you over here to warm up his plate of food. Buy yourself a generator. They're not that expensive. This thing, it's just out there and cruise, man. I keep the eco mode on, and it's not eco as in you're thinking of ecos on your motorcycle where they detune them and carbon the engine up and all that crap. It's a eco throttle. So if there's no load, it just goes to an idle. And as the load applies, it kicks up to, meet the demand, requested demand. And you guys curious about the size comparison? It's a 21-year-old EF1000iS, almost 22 years. Bought it in 2001, like April, May, somewhere in there. Probably earlier than that. Well, no, it couldn't have been. Anyway. So almost twice the size, I would guess. I would say easily twice the weight of the Honda. That thing don't weigh anything. It's crazy. But what's odd, if you compare the Yamaha 2200 to the Honda, the Yamaha's, I don't know, about at least that much different, bigger. But the Yamaha, like this one, there's two versions of this. There's one, they refer to it as a companion. You can run it alone or, as a companion, where there's a cable thing you hook up and it becomes, 4,400 watts. But the companion comes with the 30 amp connector on it. And the Yamaha, I think the reason Yamaha's more expensive is I don't think they sell a different one, or maybe that's all we have, but the Yamaha only comes that one way as far as I know, where the Honda you have a choice. And there's an obvious price difference between the two as well. But a generator this size, 30 amp loads, that just, to me, just doesn't make a lot of sense to spend the extra money for it. Because, one, you hardly ever use it. It depends on your usage as well. But for the extra size and everything of the Yamaha, having that 30 amp thing, it's just, realistically, I would never use the 30 amps on a 2200 watt generator. Just wouldn't do it. You get that 3200 Polaris, that's probably about, the limit of going to, a much bigger generator. Or, going to that, using that kind of wattage. Those are, the loads, I just don't have that kind of use for it. So it wasn't worth spending the extra money. So that works great. Perfect. And it's lighter, it's smaller. As you can see, there's the 1000 and there's the 2200. It's surprising how big the Polaris, I don't think they have a 2200. At least we don't have them. We have the 2000s there, and they're about half the price of the Honda. And they're big, they're loud. And as you've seen, Polaris is Polaris. The thing fell apart on me the first time. Wheel fell off, and the whole tray and fuel knob or whatever that knob was, it just fell off of the thing right there as I started up the first time with you guys. That's kind of the things you see with them. But they're cheap, and people like cheap. If you're going to go that cheap, you can just go to Harbor Freight or just look on Amazon and buy something. Actually, you can buy this on Amazon. They don't have it on sale like Amazon usually does. It's full boat retail on them. But anyway, that has served me very, 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 very well. Because people bring things in when they have problems, you never see a Honda. Absolutely never. We probably sell the Hondas probably 2 to 1 to everything else. And they never come back for anything. We see a lot of the Yamahas. The Polarises, they're always right back. Not hating on Polaris. It is what they are. I bought one. And I just got a 3200 watt generator that exceeds my household needs for less than what I paid for the Honda. Convenience, overall, and reliability. The thing will outlive me easily. 21 years on this one? Come on. And I think they essentially have the same. I think you can still buy the 1000. I think the bodywork and stuff is way more modern looking, but anyway. It's cheap is not always the best way to go. As you've seen when I fired up that Polaris, cheap is not the best way to go. But since that time, nothing else has happened to it, and it's got quite a bit of time on it, because we got that thing 2 years ago, and it served us well. What was that? 16 hours on one stretch that the power was out, and I've drug it up. Usually, I just drag that thing up when the power goes out. We go, okay, well, we need some things running here, if nothing else, just to get the Wi-Fi going. because we have, was it not Ethernet, but fiber optic DSL. And it has a backup battery, but as time goes by, it's just getting weaker and weaker. That thing doesn't even know anything's hooked up to it. One of the things Kelly and I were talking about, too, is when our last microwave conked out on us, we bought, the last one we had was really weak, and all the, the time, cooking things that'll have a time range or whatever, it was never right. I mean, you had to almost double everything. It was horrible. But it was great for, like warming up something right quick, just, warm up a piece of pizza or something like that, or heat up your cup of coffee. It was great for that. But anyway, this new one is, it's so powerful that even that Polaris fights when you turn that thing on. You'll hear that thing, because I leave it in Eco too. And it's okay in the Eco, but man, you hit that microwave and that thing, kicks a fit. But anyway, we're thinking about getting a little small for emergency use, little small microwave, because we can't use that one. I don't think that 2200, it might run it, but she would definitely kick a fit. I can tell you that. But anyway, I'm turning this video into a generator talk thing again. It's just what's going on in my day. Day in the life. You can only imagine my shock and awe when I found nothing wrong. Obviously, it's not burning oil. Oil looks absolutely like I just poured it out of that bottle. And granted, after 7 hours, it should look that way. But if there's something wrong with something, your oil will have a funky look to it. You can tell right away if something's got some issues going. And yeah, everything's perfect. Go around, test all your screws and stuff. I had to dig out some safety Torx bits and check the front panel. It's typical Honda. Everything's perfect on it. Oh, there's the vacuum fuel pump. Throw some light on here right quick. There's the pump right there. There's the feed or to the carburetor, because fuel levels here, carburetors here, got to have a pump. So here's your vacuum line. It's just taking crankcase pulses, and that pulses that generator. I don't know where the inline is. It's back there somewhere. That's one of the things when you're deep storing it. Have your pull your spark plug out and just don't turn the fuel on, because that's ignition on but fuel off. Have you pull the spark plug and just pump it until it stops. There's your float bowl drain, and of course it doesn't drain out there. The Yamaha does the same thing too. It's got a drain hose, and it comes out right there. Stick a towel or a small pan or something underneath there, and just run her through without the spark plug in there, and purge your pump. And because the gas tank is plastic, you don't have to keep it full to protect the tank. And so long-term storage, she gets dumped. You suck it out, and I take a quick second, and because you don't want to turn something upside down with oil in it, but it takes just 2 seconds to flip it upside down and shake it. She's out. There's no drain on the tank or anything. And it's a 0.9, I think, gallon tank, 0.95 maybe. Surprising amount of fuel for a little guy. But anyway, here we are. Gotta love a Honda. Man, you guys know how I talk about the fog being so thick you can't see the mountains. Can't even see the barn. I see a very, very slight outline of it right there. It's 25 minutes before sunset. It's been this way for the last couple hours. Just a deep fog. I think it's like 35, 36, something out here. And I mean, that snow, it's crazy how fast it melts. Doesn't take long to get here, and definitely don't take long to go away. Look, it's just patches here and there now. Isn't that something? It's just parts where the sun didn't hit it. Sun actually kind of slowly came in. I think it got really bright. I don't think it actually shined. But yeah, I've been kind of bummed all day. Kelly slept most of the morning away. She was up all night last night. And then I guess she got up at 3 or 4 or somewhere in there. And she was outside, well, letting dogs go in and out, and all of a sudden, boom, the power came on. So she did not, by the time I got up, she's going, I don't feel good. I can't, I'm just not, she was so tired from being up all night. I go, so what had you up all night? I don't know, just, the generator, being our only source of power. I have no idea. I just couldn't sleep. I don't know if it was just the oddness of having the power out, which she can sleep when a hurricane's going on. I don't think she doesn't, it's weird for her not to sleep. But so anyway, she slept a good portion of the day away. But she's well rested now, said she feels better. That can make you nauseated if you don't get enough sleep. It makes you all queasy and blech. Anyway, I thought I'd come out here and show you how the day is ending. Just watched a whole bunch of TV and video stuff is what I did all day. Other than playing around with the generators, tinkering around with stuff is always fun. So I guess we'll call it a day at that, huh? That's some crazy fog. All right, we'll get out here before it gets too late and too dark. Do a quick little goodbye with a little woman there. How about that? Well, hello there, YouTube. Since I got off with you, I hear bang. The little woman's out here throwing some garbage in the dumpster there. I said, hey, since you're standing out here, let's do a quick little... Yeah, you won't do.
Do you want to?
Yeah, you want to do a quick little goodbye? She goes, sure. Gotta make it quick, it's cold.
Yeah.
I don't know what the temperature is. It feels cold.
But it's cold.
The sound of everything dripping and melting out here, probably warmer than I think, but it feels very cold. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think we'll make it short and sweet. Get her back inside. She'll be out here doing garbage anyway. You can't stop her. If you know her, you'll know you can't stop her.
It just needs to be done.
Yeah. All right, so on that, we'll bounce.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yep. All right.
I think of what day it was.
Get up in the morning, start a new one.
Yep.
All right. Let's get inside. It's cold. I've been out here too long talking to the peeps and stuff. Frozen.
Yeah, it's cold.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.